Quarter Ninja presents.
Hello my friends, hello and welcome to Quarter Ninja's Lair, where we play games, and today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. You probably know that we have our goal, 1,000 cars, and we are sitting at 870 to go, if I'm not mistaken. This is episode 51, and in previous episode we started restoration of Audi A8, or it is Mayen M8 in this game, and then we are restoring, well, we restored this E55 Coupe and E550 Coupe, sorry, and this one is called E550 Coupe Designo. It's a little bit different. We will leave it in this original color. It is like a beautiful car for a girl, I would say. And this is almost done. I think we put everything in. Let us check. Do we have some mechanical parts that are not in? I don't think so. I do believe parts for this car were 100%. As you can remember, maybe if you follow me, if you listen what I'm talking about, when you buy a car in auction, you might have like 3 states of the parts. Sometimes you will get everything 100%, including lights and you know, the glass, windows and stuff. Sometimes you will get all the body parts 100%, but the glass and the lights will be, you know, in bad condition, so you will have to buy, you cannot repair them, so you will have to buy new ones. Or the third state is when you will get everything you know, below 100%, which then means you have to repair what you can and buy what you cannot. So we have, like, this is original part. We have to be careful because we have some part that was left over. Can we just repeat this? I just want to be 100% sure. You see, you can see by this color, this is the original part, okay? So basically you just put whatever is original part, because whenever you have multiple parts, you will see by color which part is from that car. So from few episodes, you know, we are doing only Beijing license plates with QN on them. Why Beijing? Because I live in China at the moment. I live here, and I decided why not. You know, if you want your name, your plate, your country, your state on it, and you know, to showcase it in one of episodes, let me know. I will do it, no worries. But until then, I'm just going to use Beijing plates and QN on them. Let me check. 87%. Something is missing. Engine cover and fenders. Okay, what we are going to do, we are going to do this, but again, just to show you, I clicked too fast. They're the same, exactly, so no worries, but you see, this is the original part from the car. So I think the fenders are here. Again, these are for the bi-turbo, you see, or B-turbo, whatever makes your day. Okay, we will do this, and again we will put original one. Now the car should be 100%. Just to put interior, I think, and also, you know, when you have car like this in perfect condition, interior also comes in 100%, and that is good because you don't have to bother yourself and you can just install stuff in. So that's that. That was the wrong thing. That's that. I want to close hood. Can we do that? Yes. So this is a 550 Designo, which is a little bit different than this one. As you can see, there are subtle differences. This one is bi-turbo, and it has tinted lights, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. I decided to do 2 versions because we are running for 1,000 cars, and trust me, it will not be easy. We have to do multiple versions of the same car if they're distinct enough, and for this one they are. You see hood is different and stuff like that, so I think it is very nice. So we have 3 cars, and I'm going to move this one immediately on the place here in the parking, and let's bring a new car. Why not? Let's not spend time. This is the Beetle, okay? This Beetle has basically one version with 2, if I'm not mistaken, bumpers or stops, so I decided just to do one version because there is really no distinct difference between versions. There, I think, more mods for the Beetle, so we will see, you know, can we maybe in future do some other mod. Maybe there are some different versions. I know they are, I did them, you know, before. Cannot really remember at the moment exact details, but I'm quite sure we will have opportunity to do more Beetles in a different versions. So let's remove whatever we can, bodywork, and you know, as always, filter, and we have to remove this clip stuff. Let's just clean this out. I think bodywork, nothing here. Bodywork should be okay-ish, I think so. Bumper and plate. Let me see, do we have rear bumper? We should have, and that should finish this. Let's push car up. In the meantime, what we are doing, always we are putting our battery on the charger, because battery, why not? We can charge it, and we should charge it, you know, why to pay 100, I don't know, 50, 70 money units for that if we can simply just, you know, recharge it and reuse it. Okay, so let's slowly start with this assembly. As always, if you're following my show, my channel and stuff, you will know that I do have a very much different approach to the assembly, disassembly. From time to time I will do something like this, from time to time I will just start from one side, whatever feels right at any given time, at any given moment. Although you have to understand that parts have to go in specific order. That means, you know, for this one you cannot remove, for example, the steering knuckle until you remove red parts. This means this one, and this one. But other than that, you know, the rules that you must follow, you can do whatever you want and however you feel at any given moment. Just, you know, disassemble or assemble, whatever feels right. In any case, we are doing Beetle because I think Beetle is a really nice car. It is beautiful. Old Beetles, of course. The new ones are, from my point of view, really ugly and not representing the Beetle as they should. I don't think Volkswagen did a good job with that. Actually, I think they did pretty bad job, if I may say. Okay, let me see. So this Beetle comes from Lit, the mod maker, and the link for the mod is in our 1000 car spreadsheet, which is linked in the description down below, so you can simply go there and check it. You have all the informations in the spreadsheet from, you know, our 1000 car journey, what cars we did until now, with all relevant info from prices to, you know, I don't know, mod creators, everything is there. You know, engines, wheels, whatever you need, it's there. Also, we have our parking. Basically, it is a little bit of spoiler what is sitting in our parking, so you can check it. We have engines in the inventory, and, you know, all the mods, whatever, you know, mods we have, what we are subscribed at, and what we already did finish and stuff like that. Plus there is one sheet which is engine guides. We did 6 engine guides for all 62 engines in the game. So everything is there. All these guides will help you, assemble this engine easy. You can see how the process goes and things like that. So everything is there with all the links, everything. Feel free to check it. I think you are going to like it. Also in the description is the link to the game guide, which is very simple, around 40 minutes, but it really gives the whole picture about the game. In a way, what do you need to know if you are starting with the game and stuff like that, and maybe even for some people who are more experienced, there will be some useful info there. Okay, so disassembly complete. As always, let's start with interior. You know that I'm not trying to explain now how things are working, or mechanics and stuff like that. If you want to know more about that, feel free to go and check our playthrough from episode basically 1 to 21, where we traveled from the level 1 in the game to the level, we are dropping new engine, as you can see, to the level 50, which unlocked us all the skills. Skills are actually here, you can check them. You see, we did unlock everything at the episode 21. So if you want to know more, we explained all the process, how everything is working, stuff like that. In this episode, we are actually in this kind of playthrough, we are doing only pure restorations, and we are doing our 1000 car journey, which means we are going to buy, restore, repair and resell 1000 cars. We are sitting at 870 now. I'm going to repair whatever we can. As you know or might not know, here is condition of the part. If it is below 15%, you cannot repair it. If it is above, you can. Now we have 95% chance. Look, when I press enter, we repaired it once. Here is the repair cost. So now it's 53, but we have 99 repair chance. Again, $16, or yeah, dollar is the sign for dollar. So that is how the repair works. Here in the mods, you will be able to repair lights, headlights and taillights. I think in vanilla cars you cannot do that. I'm not absolutely 100% sure, but that is the feeling I have. So we repaired what we could. Then we are going to our inventory and saying sell parts, which means everything 99% or below we will sell, because we don't need junk. We are also going to sell these wishbones, and wheels I will sell after we finish the car. I will sell also the engine because it's completely useless and nothing can be done with it. Okay, so here is the car. Let's drop whatever we can in the engine bay. Usually that would mean brake servo, air filter, and few more things. We don't have air filter, let's buy it. If car has ABS, then it will be ABS, and what else? Radiator, stuff like that, battery, that is what we can put in, before we go to assembly of suspension and stuff like that. This car was in pretty bad shape, as you remember. Maybe it didn't even have a gearbox and stuff, so there will be a few things probably that we have to buy, but not a big deal. Let's put battery in. We will take later the new battery. Can we do this? We cannot. I think that is more or less it. Yep. What I will do now, I will push car up, and we will start our assembly. And as always, I just want to ask you three simple things, which are basically like, subscribe and comment. So if you like what we are doing here, if you like videos, press the like button. If you like the content on the channel and how I'm doing that, well, please subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I hope it will help you, with getting notifications about new episodes and what is going on the channel and things. But most important of all, I would love if you comment, if you tell me what do you think about the game, how do you find it, do you like it, not like it, what cars you like, what cars you don't like, even what cars you would like to see restored. If you know that mod is in the game, let me know. I will install it and try to find it and do a restoration. Things like that, so feel free to comment, because we are not live streaming, as you know already. I live in China at the moment, so it's pretty far. Time zone is completely and utterly wrong. you know, for basically the public I'm looking for. Also, my schedule is super hectic, so I cannot really commit to the streaming times, and that's, you know, something that I really don't want to, you know, do, basically to commit to times, because I cannot. So I decided simply to kind of do this in the streaming format. Are these all the same? Yeah, they are. Streaming format, but you know, do that, record it on my hard disk and then just upload it on the internet. Why? Yes, I could stream regardless of the schedule, but you know, streaming from here to YouTube or Twitch might be sometimes problematic, in a way that you might lose connection once per stream, you know, and it needs to reconnect and stuff like that, but that really is not professional, you know, so I don't want to have that, like losing connection and then just restarting stream. It would look, yeah, a little bit unprofessional, so I decided this is a better way. If we have so many followers that we really need live streams, we will do it, no worries about that, but we will do just a relaxed and, you know, free stream in a way that we are going to do something that is not really important, and, you know, we can talk instead of doing this. So with that out of the way, let's go back to our assembly. And this is the fourth car in this session. Well, not session, it's, how do we call it? I don't know, you know, we have five cars per, basically, I have some old wheels also there, I have to sell them. 5 cars per every, oh my goodness, my brain just stopped, actually, I'm not joking, I cannot remember how did I call it. Stint, let's call it stint, like in Formula 1. So 5 cars per stint. Front exhaust section I3. Yeah, I will buy one. I don't need when we need that. Actually, mostly we don't. And every stint is 5 cars. We want to assemble 5 cars, prepare them, and then sell them. So for today, 3 are already done. As you can see, we show them. You know, 2 Mercs and 1 Audi. And we are going to do Beetle, and after that we are going to do a car called Castor Earthquake Rex, which would be the Ford Raptor, actually, but it is vanilla car from a vanilla game, so they don't have proper names, as they didn't have basically a license then, and that's understandable. So yeah. We are going to do that, and then after that, let me see, yeah, you see we have some wheels here. I'm not sure why. I will need to figure that out. I hope I didn't F up something when I was preparing, but as you know, I always have to spend at least hour in preparation for every single 2-hour episode, and our episodes are all 2 hours. This is kind of the time, I think, the length of the episode, which makes sense. It can be done, a lot of things can be done in that time frame. Also, it is not too boring, you know, it's not such a long time. I personally, you know, watch some streamers, and 2 hours for me is perfectly fine when I want to relax and, you know, see what people are doing. 2 hours, it's about the right length. So this is why these episodes are 2 hours. Okay, so let's see. Of course, 99%, so something is missing. Starter, I know, and it seems that except starter, nothing else is missing. From what I remember, starter needs to be put from here, or mounted, or inserted, or dropped in, or whatever word we want to use. Yes, I was correct. So bodywork, let's see what do we have actually. What we want to do, we will sell all parts for Mercedes, okay, because we don't need them. And our Beetle actually has quite a few parts, which is impressive. Front left fender, right headlight, okay, front left fender, and what I'm doing wrong now? Tell me. What's the name? The Beetle. Yeah. Why it's? Did I type that or did I type something stupid? Ah. Okay. So you see, the parts are actually very, very much. I don't know. There is not way too many of them. So yeah, that will be one version. Let me see just what do we have yet again to be on the safe side. Although we have all the money, let me sell this. All the money we want and we need. We have 42 million, as you can see in the top right corner. What I'm looking at the moment, I'm looking. We need a right headlight and a right fender. Okay, right headlight and right fender, front right fender. I think this is more or less that. Yeah, maybe a few things are missing, but we'll come to that when we assemble the car. As always, QN Beijing number plates, I like them, and they're actually really blue. The plates here are blue. We don't have rear right fender. Okay. Rear right, and I think we don't have a side mirror, which actually doesn't really matter. We will have to paint the car, of course. And let me see. Here is one window, another one, front. Is this 100%? I need to check. Just give me a moment, please. Yes, it is with this nice. We don't have hood. We actually don't have hood. Okay. I didn't got that, but that's perfectly fine. Let me see. And now, of course, the fenders will make car pop and it will look better. This is a beautiful, beautiful Beetle. I presume this is from the 60s. I didn't really check, but you know, based on the looks and everything, this is probably the most beautiful of all Beetles, this kind of design. I will leave the color as it is, as I really like it. It is a Beetle color, I must say. Okay, let's send it here and we will check also, do we have 100% all around? We do. We need interior, of course, but that will come. Yeah, set factory. Same car in the factory color. Perfect. Let's just return it to the lifter and finish the interior, which I have no idea. Do we have something? Probably not. Bowen and Rollet. Let us check. Yep. Bowen and Rollet. Okay. Can you go to the shop? Thank you. Let us buy Bowen and Rollet 2 seats. Okay, that should be it. Now we can install interior and the steering wheel. With this out of the way, I would say this car is done. Perfect. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Beetle. These old ones are really, really something special. Beautiful cars. So that's done. I will move this Mayen now to the parking because this is the first car we did, and it's just not really interesting as it is a vanilla car. And this is done, Beetle is done, and let's do another vanilla car, which we have to do. Actually, we have to clean all of them and clear all of them. As I said, I'm not doing all the version of these cars because mostly the differences are in the engine or something, but whenever I feel it makes sense, then I do it. The car is Castor Earthquake. Where the heck that car is? I have no idea. It should be in the... Yep, it's here. Oh, baby blue. So see, car is in perfect condition outside. This is what we were talking about, actually. You remember probably. but we have to disassemble it because below all of that will be work to be done, okay? So bear with me, be patient. I do love it when the car comes fully, you know, kind of prepared with exterior parts and interior parts. It saves a little bit of time. We will take interior out, not that we have to, actually we could just leave it because it is 100% from what I can see, but let's follow, you know, the procedure. Let's do it as we always do, everything, you know, in a proper way. So we will remove servo, of course, scanning clip. In the top left corner you can see, in the top left corner how much a part is damaged. So these parts are like 60-70%, and this is why we need to do restoration, because as you know, restoration is only 100%. When it's 100%, then it's restoration, and this car is far from 100%. Yes, bodywork is good, but everything else is not. So this is the reason why we have to disassemble this beautiful looking body and actually just, you know, do everything else. Starter goes there. I'm just looking, did we forgot something? I don't think so, I believe not. So let's pick up the battery that is charged and put this battery 74%. You see, even if car looked beautifully nice outside, it's not good on the, you know, inside, and we have to remove stuff. So this is the second car for today and the last in this stint. When we finish this one, we are going to sell all 5 cars and move forward. I prepared new 5 cars that we are going to do, and we will do today, because I don't think we can do more than 3, and I don't want to do more than 3, so actually it doesn't really matter. Even if we can do more, we are not going to do it. But we will do AMC Javelin AMX. You probably know the car. It's a very interesting car. I was watching episode about it on TV, you know, like a few months ago. And it was an interesting car in a way that, you know, it was basically a bastard car made, if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember well, made from parts from different cars, you know, because AMC, they tried, American Auto Company, if I'm not mistaken, they wanted to do, you know, muscle car, everyone had a muscle car, and then they had to basically bastardize other cars, you know, like, I cannot remember actually, you know, from what cars they took the parts, but imagine, you know, taking parts from, I don't know, Challenger, and then from Mustang, and then from something else, and then putting all together, adding some new parts and getting a very nice car. But it is nice car, it is an interesting car, and it is a very, very special car in a way. So we are going to do it. It is a mod, and it has multiple versions, but I think 2 of these are going to be more than enough, and one is the normal version, like road version and stuff, and the other one will be a drag car version with big V8 supercharged. So these I'm hoping and thinking we can do today, and also we will do with that one a vanilla car, which would be a Royale GTR or Mercedes-Benz SLS. This is again vanilla car, and I do believe we did one SLS which was a mod, or even not mod but DLC car. It doesn't really matter, this one we didn't do, so I plan to do these 3 for the next stint, and then we are going basically to, you know, go to next episode as always with 2 cars, finish these and next 3, etc, etc. This is how we try to roll, because I find that the most efficient and in a way interesting, because we have 2 different stints, you know, we are doing sales in the middle of the episode, so it's always interesting, you know, to see that stuff. Okay, so let me see, because this is the auction car, of course, the fuel pump will be in, other than that, yep, perfect. Okay, and you probably know my love for the Xpeng. This is the Chinese brand, electric cars. If you can check Xpeng and P7, and you will see, I do hope you might have a similar opinion to mine. Yesterday I've seen two of these, one completely and utterly new. It just came from the, the shop, basically without even plates. It's still super fresh. It's amazing, beautiful car. And really, if you compare that and a Tesla, for example, that car looks so much better. And I think from what I read, it drives as well as Tesla, and it goes as far as Tesla, and it has all the technology that Tesla has. So yeah, Chinese EV manufacturers, electric vehicles, are really leaping forward in huge steps. They're still a little bit behind. Of course, the Tesla had a huge advantage. They started a long time ago, and they're making very good cars. But Chinese manufacturers are pushing forward, and that is interesting to watch here. If you live here, you can see so many different models that in the West mostly people are not aware of them, but it is kind of very impressive to see all these amazing cars, really good looking and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always nice to see something different and to be in a way, engaged in something that not ordinary people, but many people or most of the people cannot, because they're not where things are happening. Yeah, no difference here because it's new car, basically it's perfect car, so I just wanted to do it in case we need it. We are putting new engine, I prepared it. I know I'm spending much more time because we don't have any more spare engines, We did have quite a few because we did the engine guides and we built 62 engines. Now we have few engines here and there. What is my mistake here? As you remember, I didn't go and repair stuff, and that will always happen to me. Most of the cases, in 90% of the cases, I will forget to go and repair things first. It's okay, no harm done. We remembered and we are doing it now. Because sometimes, and in few episodes that happened, I would just rush, forget about repairing, and then put a part that is like 98%. And you cannot see it when you are putting in, because the bar, that bar on the bottom, it almost doesn't show anything, it's just green. And yeah, then it happened and I had to disassemble stuff, and yeah, that happens from time to time, but no, I don't want to sell that, I just want to sell this. 98% is perfectly acceptable. Also, let's see, engine 5000, perfect. I want to sell wishbones, and I will leave wheels, although I'm still absolutely puzzled with these. I'm going to sell them. I don't know what they are. If we later realize we need them, well, tough luck, we are going to make new wheels. So now with everything repaired, we are not in the situation where we can get, like a part that is not full 100% to put it on the car, and that's important. Let's now push it forward. I started to talk actually about the engines. We had like 62 engines, and then I had a pretty easy time going through builds because I didn't have to make engines. But now that changed, and for example, for today's episode that we are doing now, I had to build 4 engines. So 4 engines, every engine takes 10 minutes, it's 40 minutes in front for that, plus there is so many other things that you have to prepare in advance. And yeah, it takes time, and we are kind of having at least an hour of preparation for each and every 2-hour episode. This means we are working around 3 hours for each episode of our show. Well, 3 hours, that means just the job to do episode. Then there is a posting and making thumbnails, stuff like that. That takes also time, so I would say 3.5 hours probably would be a time that we spent on every single episode, which is perfectly fine and okay, and doesn't really matter. I do this because I really love it. I like to do these things. I don't mind it. I don't do this for, I don't know, fame or anything. It's just for my own pleasure. But I hope, you know, in doing that, some other people will find it interesting and kinda, you know, maybe like to watch these videos and share their opinion with me and stuff like that. So that's that. Let's assemble this thing and let's kind of push it forward. Do we have? We don't have front sway bar B. Here I always buy 3 of these. You maybe know until now, you know, if you watch it and stuff like that, you probably learned already, you know, if you're doing these things with me, you know what you need to have in stock, what you don't, what you can buy later, what you can buy immediately, what you should have in front, you know, not in front, it's in advance. Yeah, you know, English is a strange language, doesn't make any sense actually, but it's perfectly fine. I think we have a handle of it. So what wheels it wants? 275, 55s, 20. These are classics 08. They should be here. As you can see, I always put it in the order that is kinda, you know, coming towards us. So whatever we have to do is always waiting for us, you know. Basically wheels are always sorted, and how do you sort them? Basically you do them steering knuckle C, you do them in order which you will restore cars, and that you know, leaves it in that order in your inventory. Okay, so we needed to buy a part because we didn't have it, but most of other stuff we do have. I'm thinking about the number of cars, so I said 8C70 if I'm not mistaken, and this is really taking a huge chunk of my time. And you know, I think the whole goal was really ambitious, but I will really try to do it. Although we will see how fast we can do it. It might take quite a long time to do this. Although, you know, in the process, I would say what is very nice, I present to you the vanilla cars, the DLC cars, the mods, so you can see, you know, immediately what you like. If you like some mods, go immediately there, install them, you know, pay respect to the creator. These guys are amazing. They're doing an astonishing job and stuff like that. And I think if you like, you know, what they're doing, support them at least by, you know, installing their stuff and, you know, showing to other people, or at least enjoying, you know, the assembly of the cars you love. Okay, this suspension is not so horrible for once, you know, on the vanilla car actually, that we don't have that hugely overly complex suspension with thousands of parts that are really not necessary. But this one is so much easier and more pleasant for assembly. I think we need small rubber bushings, which I will buy now. Do we have rear mufflers? We don't. Okay, we will have to buy them. I'm just checking what we have and what we don't have. Most of these things we don't have. Okay, let's see. I want to do exhaust first. Okay, we have 2 of these, and let's also immediately drop gearbox in because this will allow us to connect drive shaft and everything else. I think that's a good way to do it. Okay, there is a transfer case, of course, and then there is a drive shaft going from the transfer case to the rear cross member. Let me see. Okay. Now I want to see what we are missing. We don't have middle mufflers. Yep, we don't have. We do have catalytic converters. So middle mufflers, exhaust pipe. Okay, let's do that. Middle mufflers. Let's buy 8. Exhaust pipe. A little bit of mistype. Exhaust pipe, that was the normal one. Let's buy 6 of these. And what was the rear muffler? Do you remember, guys and girls? V8, V8. Okay. Let's go with this is just a pure V8. I will buy 8 of these also. I do have a lot of things in inventory. I don't like it, but that speeds up the process. The game is not optimized very well, unfortunately. You know, I spoke about that so many times. There is complete lack of attention and negligence towards this game, but it is okay. You know, the game is playable. We like it, and this is why we are playing it. You might know that I have been working, I don't anymore, I worked for a big gaming company as head of community management, so I know really a lot about gaming. You know, I know the process, I know how things are done, I really I am competent to talk about that. It's not that, you know, I heard about that and, you know, I talk about stuff that I don't understand. I do. So yeah, as I said, a lot of negligence and not really great respect, well, not a lack of any respect for the game from developers. But, you know, as I mentioned multiple times, there are development houses that are doing, you know, money grab, which actually is the system where you release the game, you find a niche, you release the game, then you milk it as long as you can by releasing DLCs and stuff, and, you know, a few patches here and there, especially when something is game breaking, you are really trying to, you know, fix it. If things are not game breaking, you don't spend time on that, and mostly you're leaving things that should be, you know, sorted out, not fixed, and that's about that, you know. And when you cannot grab any more money on it, when you cannot release more DLCs and kind of milk the game, you just stop paying attention on it and you move to the next project. These are, you know, a lot of developers, huge number of them are doing that. These are not the best developers around, or development houses or whatever. But, you know, they're filling the niche, and not much we can do about that. We can, you know, say that, and that's that. Front drive shaft and fuel pump. Okay. Fuel pump should be here, and front drive shaft. Let's try to kind of click here, and we have, you see, this front drive shaft. Now, if you look 100%, everything should be okie dokie. Let's go out, put car down, and my dear friends, if I'm not really mistaken, this thing is actually done. From what I remember, all the parts are good. And if you ask yourself why I'm always putting hood down, because I like it that way. I like to see the lines of the car and feel how the car, you know, looks with hood down, because you're not driving car with hood up. So that's that. Yes, I spent a few seconds on that, changing that, but I don't mind. Mirrors, do we have front window? We do. And this is, so this is basically Ford Raptor. It is very nice car, I have to say. I love these American trucks. They do have their own niche, purpose and stuff, and you can see by just looking how many manufacturers in the world are trying to get into that, you know, market and producing trucks, from Volkswagen to, you know, I don't know, Nissan and whatever, whoever you can think about is out there with their own version of the car. And, you know, the market is starting to be very competitive more and more. Yeah, as I said, everything is perfect condition, 100%. Let's just return interior in, and you see this focus that's getting lost. Again, a little bit of programming, not greatest programming around, and optimization, but doesn't really matter. So this is the beautiful Ford Raptor, or how it is called in the game, Castor Earthquake Rex. So let's return our Mayen in, and we can actually safely say that we finished our stint of 5 cars. So This is it. You can see it here. First is the Mayen M6, or it should be Audi A8. Yeah, it is actually Audi A8 is a nice car. I like it, but yeah, this one is kind of, I don't know, a little bit strange. I think they're doing it intentionally. A little bit of the lines are done differently so they avoid lawsuits or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is the car, nothing really special here. Let's sell it and move forward. So that's done, 129,000. That's it. Then we restored these two cars. This is a 550, 550 basically, or 550, which is probably more correct. Coupe version. It is a beautiful car. There is no doubt about that. And we have it in two versions. You see, this one is a little bit more sporty. This one is called Designo, and it's more sporty with, you know, holes in the hood and stuff like that. A little bit sportier stance, different wheels and things like that. So yeah, I think the difference is good and big enough for us to make these two cars. So the first one, beautiful black one, very nice car. Let's sell it, 110. I'm perfectly happy with that. And the second one, the color is very nice and it goes great with this panoramic roof and things. This girl car, amazing, beautiful, and it has bi-turbo or bi-turbo, whatever makes you happy, V8 engine and everything. And this one we will sell for a little bit more money than the previous one. These two cars are out of date. Both of these are mods. Let me check who did them. These are done by DeadBob777, and the Beetle is done by Lit, and this is the Beetle in the green color. I think that represents Beetle very well. Beautiful machine, look at that. Cute, 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 out of this world, really. That was amazing car, designed by Dr. Ferdinand Porsche. You probably know that. The great guy as a creator of the cars and even tanks and things like that, but he was a great designer and really knew his stuff. So the Beetle is here, and the Beetle has to go, unfortunately. See, you don't earn much money, but who cares? It is what it is. Beetle is gone. Goodbye. Last is the Castor Earthquake Rex, or Ford Raptor, which looks really great. Even in this vanilla version, it looks very imposing, and I really like it. Even color is super nice, that baby blue. In a strange way, it really fits the car very well. So we want to sell this one, and let's do it. Why not? Okay, this is the car we earn most money for in this episode. So what I would recommend, let's make a short break, and I hope the game will behave and not die on us, because I had issues with a junkyard crashing the game. You see a little bit of black screen and stuff, but I hope everything will be okay. We have 15 mods. We are keeping, I think, 15 mods. At the moment we started with 10, but 15 is a good number. It works very well. You see there is 20 seconds of load. And this happens from time to time, especially when you're going first time to the junkyard, you see. But it's okay. So let's see, what do we have here. This is the Chevy Impala, yeah? Yeah, Bolt Cape, I think this is Chevrolet Impala. I might be wrong, don't take it wrong if I make mistake. I am not the biggest expert in the world for the cars. I do know a few things. I did work in a repair shop and things. Is this the crazy one? Race one. Okay, so we are going to buy this. This is Fiat 126P, but race version. You will see it is super cute, amazing machine with turbocharged engine and everything. Let me just bear with me, guys. I will immediately fill the what I'm doing now. I'm typing in the spreadsheet of okay. In the spreadsheet we have, it is 25646. As I said, you can find all the info in the spreadsheet, and now I immediately put it as a parking, you know. The car is in the parking, and if you check spreadsheet, you will see immediately car is there in the parking. This is a Reptilia, which we did, I think, in 2 versions even, so we don't need it, but this 126P race one is very nice find. I'm super happy. This is a beautiful machine, Cadillac Fleetwood Custom. Let me just check, do we have custom? We do have it, so we don't need it. And we are going to assemble these Cadillacs, I think, at even 2 versions maybe. So again, this is another race one, if I'm not mistaken. You see, sometimes you will get multiple cars, but I don't need it, we have one. So, nice trip, I'm quite happy with that. What we are going to do now, we usually don't do this, but as it is only 50 minutes in the game, we have a little bit of breathing space, and I'm kind of trying to bring some other stuff in. What I'm thinking, let's go and check auctions. Now it's very hard to find anything that we need in auction, okay? Because we got most of the cars, vanilla and DLCs, except the cars that we actually kind of don't want to buy at the moment. Okay, so Dodge Ram 3500, we got it, Grand Mojave, we got it, Rex, everything here, we got it. So there is no really point in us staying in this auction. What I will do, I will go to one more auction, because sometimes these auctions will have 10 cars or so. And let's see, this is just for fun, you know, just for the moment, and you can see mechanics of the game. You've seen the junkyard. I like the junkyard. I don't like auction mechanics. I like the idea. The mechanics is very cumbersome, very not implemented very nicely, but it is what it is, and we have to kind of, you know, work with what we have, with the tools that are given to us. So Plymouth Belvedere. Is it the proper pronunciation? I'm just looking at the list because I have no idea. We do have one, fortunately or unfortunately. From all these cars that I'm looking here, we have everything. So yeah, it's becoming tricky, and I will need to spend more time out of, you know, the recording and stuff to find cars, because it's really not easy now to find cars. We are mostly related to the mods, so I will have probably to install more mods, 20 or so. In any case, we did have a little bit of fun with going to junkyard. We got one car, I'm super happy with that. Let's start slowly with our new batch of cars, and I'm looking here what we have to bring. Okay, first thing we are going to bring is 1971 AMC Javelin AMX. This is the car. This car came from auction, and let's drop it to our lifter number 3. What I will do, I will first sell these wheels. Okay, we don't want them. Also, I will sell body parts that are leftovers from, you see, previous restorations, and then we are going to disassemble this car and slowly move forward with the build. My plan for today is, well, you know, for the rest of this episode is to do, as I said, 3 more cars. I'm not really planning to do more than 3, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to do 2 Javelins, 2 MCs, and we are going to do 1 Royale GTR, which is actually Mercedes SLS in a vanilla version. So this is kind of what we are going to do. And if we have a little bit time left, we will see how we are going to spend it, but maybe we will disassemble a 4th car. Depends. We are almost at 1 hour mark, so yeah, slowly but surely. So this is V8 OHV, a normal engine. I'm looking, did we forgot something? Where is the battery? I don't think we have anything here. Okay, so I was talking with myself, just ignore me. I was trying to figure out what to do next. Now, pushing car up as always, and let's remove stuff, disassemble, and slowly start to build the car. This is, as I said, this is now becoming a little bit trickier because before I could always find vanilla cars or DLC cars, you know, and just kind of use them as a buffer and for builds. But now it's becoming harder and harder, and less cars that we have. And we will need to, as I said, introduce probably more mods. I would not dare probably to go more than 20, up to 25, that's it. And also I do believe we are going to have to do as many different versions of the cars as we can, because 1,000 cars will be very hard to accomplish. We're talking about 1,000 different cars in a way. You know, when we're talking about 1,000 cars, I'm not talking about going out on the junkyard, which you can, and taking 1,000 Bolt capes, you know. It's fairly easy, you know, you can find them all the time, not capes, but any of these vanillas, and do the same car over and over again. No, the idea is to present as many different cars as possible, or as many different versions of the cars as possible, which means, you know, like in the last stint we did 2 Mercedes, one is Designo version, one is normal, and for example we have these Mustangs, you know, honeycombs or honeycombs, whatever is the name, these beasts, racy things, and I think they come in 5 different liveries and versions, so we'll do all of them. Why not? The car itself is great enough to, you know, be given basically the opportunity to present itself in 5 different versions. Same will be with Nissan GTRs, which we can present in multiple versions. I think very soon we are going to do Dodge Monaco also in many different versions. So yeah, we will have quite a few things to do. But at the moment, let's concentrate on the job at hand, and let's try to finish our AMCs today, and that SLS, which I said is vanilla one, but it doesn't really matter. So this first one is the normal version, which will use normal 1 carb V8 OHV engine. So that's kind of the most simple version, and then we are going to do a drag one, the big you know, drag version of the car with supercharged engine. Okay, so let me see this again. Why this time we have been a little bit faster, I believe, is because the suspensions, especially these rear suspensions on the cars were a bit simpler and not overly complex like that overly complex one we had in previous episodes, for example, on practically each and every single car. So this helps because this takes so much less time, basically a minute at least. And when you say minute, that means a minute here, minute there. 1 car, 5 cars, you know, that's at least 5 minutes which you can save just on 1 suspension, probably a little bit more than that. So this is why we are doing it a little bit faster. I would say this is it. Let's bring our engine crane. I didn't. Here, and let's remove the engine. Okay, now. Okay. We usually don't do this, but this time we are going to do it. So we are watching interior. So you see, we are going to do interior for 100 units. If you see the difference, good. If you don't, well, good. Again, it's basically done. 100 units for that. Now this makes the difference. You will see immediately when we do it. Of course, it is now a beautiful car. I want to remove the plate. Tell me, what do you think? No, this is all one part. Okay. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm removing plates and I'm just looking, did we remove all the parts? I do believe we did do that. Okay, so let's drop the engine. It takes either supercharged or one car, but we are going with one car because this is kinda, you know, road, a normal version that is just with normal engine. Also, we didn't repair stuff. I just realized, although I put 100% parts, so it's not a big deal, but let's repair it. Let's see what we have here. Quite a few body parts, which is going to be repaired. I like it. But again, we will have to buy again a lot of them. It's okay. Everything, I think, when parts are 50% or more, then you are getting 99% chance to repair. Okay, you see how many parts, body parts is repaired. Very interesting. Usually that doesn't happen, but this is auction car. So with auction cars, this, you know, is easier. You know, it will happen more often. So 2,700 units for the thing. I will sell one wheel, front and rear, and keep one just to be sure that we are using proper ones here. We can remove immediately our battery, because trust me, battery will charge in just a few minutes or a minute or so, so you don't need to worry about that. When you put it in, you can fast remove it out. See, this car doesn't have any internals that are coming, you know, here in the engine bay, so we should just start with slow assembly, you know, normal from the bottom of the car. Now, we are 1 hour and 1 minute into the episode, which means actually we should be able, maybe, probably, to finish 3 cars fully, which is the most I want to do. Okay, as I said, I don't want to go over 3 cars. 3 cars fully finished is even more than I want to do, but 3 cars are okay, because I want to keep this rhythm. Basically, I want to keep this rhythm, finish 3 cars, and then, you know, in next episode finish 2 more, sell them, then finish 3 cars, and next episode, etc, etc. So we will see how that goes. At the moment, we will need calipers probably, although cannot remember the rear brakes. Are they drums or discs? They should be drums actually on these older cars, but yeah, doesn't really matter. We need front exhaust pipe C, VH, OHVC. Let me see, C. So I'm looking front exhaust pipe. I need to recheck. Front exhaust pipe V8 OHVC. This is the one, yeah? 4. Don't forget, we need 2 more for the next car. Okay? And let's return back to our suspension, because as you can see, I just dropped and went, you know, in random direction, basically doing some other stuff. Let's finish the suspension first. That would be the best way to do it, because you will forget something, you know, if you jump from thing to thing. So I tend to stop myself not to jump, you know, around. This is Atlanta. Again, we need to go to the back. As you can see, we have 235s and 225s. 225s are on the front, 235s are on the back. And that's that. Okay, so let me see. This goes in here. Okay. Good. This is straightforward, you know, car, not overly complex. It's going to be interesting. If you didn't see AMC Javelin, now you can see it, you know. And it's always interesting to look at piece of history and see how and what was done with the car beforehand. So again 225 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, double wishbones, and what else? Links. Do we have, you see, rubber bushings? That are the things that, yeah, often you can forget, so be careful. Just try to pay attention. It's easy, of course, to put them in later, not a big deal. The only problem is if you put the older, or you know, like not full 100% bushing inside of the arms or something, then you have to disassemble everything, and that takes time. That happens sometimes, and that happened to me once or twice while we were recording. But you know, it can be rectified in a minute or two. So even if it happens, well, you know, tough luck. It is what it is. So rear wheels, slowly but surely. And let's finish the suspension here. This is the leaf spring, classic suspension from that time, I would say. Mostly on these muscle cars you had leaf springs, especially in American cars. Their technology, from what I remember, they didn't have it so advanced as Europeans suspension wise. You know, Europeans had these whatever MacPhersons or whatever, you know, and Americans still use these leaf springs for one reason or another. Maybe because it worked well and they knew it, maybe for something else. But you know, later everyone started, of course, to switch to more modern suspension, which you know, I don't know the technology, but as you can imagine, new cars are not using leaf springs. Trucks are, from what I understand, especially these smaller and stuff, because the leaf spring can take a lot of punishment, and you know, if you're carrying a lot of stuff, yes, why not? Okay, so that's that. I'm looking what we are missing. We didn't put drive shaft, which I'm not overly happy with. I forgot, but I think that should be it. And then we have brakes on this wheel here. You can see. And I said drums, and I was correct, because for this era the drums are a correct choice on the right, on the rear wheels. Let us see now. Let us see how far we got. 100, 100, 100, which means, if I'm not mistaken, a front left and right fender. I need to find them. I don't know where they are. Front left and right fender. Are these somewhere here? No. Are these somewhere here? I'm trying to figure out front right and left fender. Fender. Where is the fender? Now I'm really puzzled. Okay. We should have... no, we shouldn't. What we are going to do... Okay, let me maybe do this. Bear with me. We will check it now. What are the fenders? That's the question. Fenders, they look like glass. They look like glass, but there is nothing here. I'm actually very much, I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out, but I don't know. Huh? Okay. So as you can see, it was done this way. It really doesn't show you. It doesn't show you properly what is the part, but it's perfectly fine and nice. I don't mind at all. Let me recheck. Okay, let's see. From what I can see, we managed to repair most, if not all, of the parts. Okay, so before I buy anything, I will just come here, you know, do whatever we can. We just repaired both of these also, and maybe we will even have everything except glass. So this is okay, fair enough. Window, we don't have windows. Yeah, that's logical. And probably, well, taillights, you see, sometimes you will have, especially on mod cars, the lights will be repairable, but as I said, I think on the DLC vanilla cars that will not be the case. Yeah, fenders are these. So we need glass, windows and stuff like that. As you can see, there is multiple versions. We could make more than one, than two, but I decided against it because it is front window 2, back window 2, who cares, let's buy everything and we will decide. But I decided against it because I don't know, it's somehow maybe, you know, too much over the board. I think 2 versions will be enough. If we miss more versions in future, you know, if we miss cars or something, which one we are going to put, I'm not even sure. I think 1 goes in, and we will leave other stuff and maybe, you know, use it actually for the second car. So as I said, I think we don't need to do 2 versions, more than 2 versions. That's my opinion, which might not be correct, but yep, again, it's my opinion, so I do hope it makes sense. We do need what? Okay, what do we need? I didn't want to do that, I want to do this. We need seat Atlanta and steering wheel 3. Seat Atlanta and steering wheel number 3. Let us check. Yeah, seat Atlanta, which kind of goes with the theme of our rims, which are also Atlantas. And yeah, I think, my dear friends, this concludes this car, which I will move now here, and let's check it. So this is AMC, sorry, this is AMC Javelin AMX. As you can see, very interesting car. From my point of view, a very beautiful car, very nice lines, very interesting. You see these things where the wheel arches are going. It's very nice. This represents a normal version of the car. Okay. As you can imagine, we are going to put the QN plate, and here is QN plate. So yeah, very beautiful car. Okay, let's see what is next. Well, we know what is next. The next car is here. Okay. This is the junkyard car, as you can imagine, in the drag configuration. Okay. Just a second, I had to drink a little bit of fluid, whatever coffee was left. Now this car will have a different set of parts, if I'm not mistaken. A different set of parts. We will do that when time is right. We will take the baddest, meanest and most interesting parts, but until then I'm just checking. So let's remove the steering wheel, go back to this. What I want to remove also is the battery, is the radiator, and we should have brake servo here. And these are the 3 things. As always, we are going to put battery on the charger, and let's slowly disassemble the car. I think this one accepts 2 engines. We will check it now. Oh, you see which thing we didn't do? Right fender. Okay. This thing should accept, yeah, different versions, V8 DOHC supercharged or 2 carb, but 2 carb I believe is for this car really what the car should have. It is a proper, please, it is a proper muscle car. Okay, thank you. So small front wheels, you know, and big rear wheels. The configuration for the drag cars. We will see how that looks. Actually, this is good because this car was junk car, and it didn't give us a really good picture about, you know, how it will look when we finish. So I'm looking actually forward to it. Are we going to have enough wishbones? I think we will. I prepared some before we started this. Yeah, you know, engines, wheels, shocks, these are the things that I always prepare in advance. So we don't need to wait, you know, and spend time. Sometimes it will happen, you know, with shocks only that we don't have everything, but that is easy, takes few minutes, not a big deal. What I want to do, let's remove drive shaft, because that will allow us, of course, to remove the gearbox, and I want to remove it immediately. Muffler and pipe, okay, gearbox. With that out of the way, it's easier to access everything else. Slicks, it is a drag car after all, so why not? We are going to need, I think, some calipers probably. We need pads for sure. So we are going to buy that. But let's first disassemble everything and we will see what we need. Okay, this is the wishbone. Can we remove bar? We can, and bushings immediately. Good. Okay. So this is a second AMC that we are preparing, making or assembling or restoring, whatever feels right. The first one you can see in the background is the normal, let's call it road version, the one that you would probably go to the shop and buy, you know, at that time. And the second version we are making is actual drag car for drag races, which means it is, you know, fitted with huge engine, turbocharged in this case, with big wheels at the back and small wheels at the front. It has a little bit different stance than normal car and stuff like that. So this is what we are making and restoring now. This is the episode 51 of our playthrough. In episode 1 to 21 we basically went from level 1, and levels are here as you can see, and XP from level 1 to level 50, which allowed us to unlock all the skills and everything. So after that we were thinking, okay, now we did that, do we stop or do we do something else? And then decision has been made to go for 1,000 car journey, basically to, you know, buy, repair, restore and sell 1,000 cars. What that means means different cars, not the same copy or the copy of the same car over and over again. So we are exactly doing that. When we are doing multiple cars like this AMC, they should be not distinctly different, but different enough to kinda give us a reason, you know, to change, to make multiple versions. Okay, so let's move the interior kit, done, remove it back, and exterior kit, of course, or our welder, which fixes the car. The colors are really kind of boring, both of these. I'm not sure, are these really factory colors? It is completely possible, you know, that the factory colors were like this. and I might just leave it like that. We will see. I'm not actually sure at the moment, but you see, this one has a huge big V8 with a super freaking charger. Okay, let's take our battery. Did we? Yes, we did. And let's just drop these three things. One is no, we will not do that actually, because we didn't again repair stuff. And you know, you follow me, you know that I always forget that, so not a big deal. You know, I forget to do that immediately, then I remember when I start assembly, but it's okay. These parts are very bad. This car is a junkyard car, so we will need quite a few parts, I believe, new parts, but yep, just give me a moment. Let's sell the engine, let's sell the shocks, and these we don't need, and 195, 345. Okay, why I'm keeping, you might ask yourself, the wheels, why I don't sell them. Because I want to be sure that I have exact wheels, that I prepared everything okay, so later when we mount wheels I will check it, you know, and if everything is okay, perfect. If not, I can, you know, just reset or make whatever is necessary, but that's about that. Okay, so let me see, and I did from engine bay. That was engine bay actually, but it misclicked, of course. Radiator, we didn't manage to repair it. I knew that because it was in very, very bad condition. Let's buy a radiator. That was C, I think. Let's buy two of these, so we have one in stock. No, that was actually A. Good. Doesn't really matter. I could buy more, but not a big deal actually, not a problem. We are going to do that regardless later, by whatever we need. Okay, okay. Let us see. Okay. We have to start somewhere, so let's start here. Front sway bar. So this is the drag version. I'm just repeating it again, so for you to know, drag version of the AMC Javelin AMX, and this one is going to be a bit different than one sitting in the background. Okay, for first time we are really getting not enough parts. So if I don't have parts, if I need 2, I will buy 4. If I need 1, I will buy 3, you know, especially for these kind of parts which can be repaired. For parts which cannot be repaired, I will always buy a little bit more. This was ventilated or not. I actually don't mind me, I'm testing something, checking something, ignore, yeah. I just wanted to check what happened and why it lost focus and stuff. It's perfectly fine and not a big deal. We will buy 5 more discs and 20 brake pads, because brake pads are non-repairable and you need them on most of the cars. If, you know, brakes are there, it will be either pads or drums, or discs or drums, and you know, on most of the cars the discs are there, so yeah, you need these things. How many? We do have enough wishbones. I prepared a lot of them, so that's very, very good. Okay, so I'm thinking what we need else. As you can see, we are getting you know, low on these rods and stuff, so yeah. Now these are the smaller wheels that are going in the front, as you can see. I think we can put intercooler also here, and then I would love somehow to change focus. Okay, it doesn't want to do it, so we have to come from this side. Yeah, that is you know, mechanics that I really don't think it's done well and optimized well, and it will from time to time simply stop working. Bottom suspension arm, As you can see, when you have the cars that are from the junkyard, many parts will not be repaired, and then you will have to buy, you know, parts. And we now needed few of these, so yeah, not much help there. Last B-Link, these cannot be repaired, so you have to buy them and keep them in stock. I usually buy 8, 10 of them. Because we always need them, either A's or B's, so you know, you should keep them in stock in your inventory. Bearings and caps, we have to buy them because these are not repairable and they are used very often on the front suspension, sometimes even in the rear one. I'm just looking here, did we forget something? We didn't, it doesn't look like that. Okay. Well, it looks like that because I wanted to check bushings, and of course bushings are not here. Good. Gearbox, we don't have it, so we didn't manage to repair it. Let me maybe come from here. This is OHV. I know exactly which one is that, and it annoys me when I cannot find it. It's here. Gearbox, sometimes you will repair, sometimes you will not repair. I don't tend to buy many gearboxes. I buy as many as I need, not more, because many cars will have it and you will have them restored and repaired, so really no need to, you know, buy many in advance. I do believe also we have all the mufflers, we got them. That is completely wrong, what I believed, yeah. We don't have enough mufflers. Also, the V8 OHV muffler, we are going to buy 8. These things are used often and you need them, so keep them in the stock. Mufflers, exhaust system actually cannot be repaired, and you will always need new one, or new, basically, new exhausts. I don't know what I wanted to say, actually, it doesn't really matter. You need exhaust system, always have to be a new one. These are the big wheels that are coming on the rear. And I am checking, unfortunately, fuel tank is missing. Don't forget, the fuel tanks cannot be repaired, and you basically always have to buy new ones to keep new fuel tanks in your stock. Okay. We also don't have B absorbers, which is unfortunate. I'm not really happy with that, but let's buy more of these. Let me drink a little bit fluid. It's becoming hot here. Slowly the summer is coming, the spring is already here, weather is getting nicer and nicer and hotter, and you know that dehydration is not good, so you always have to hydrate yourself. So that is a free tip for all of you. Hydrate yourself. Drink enough fluid, and by fluid I mean water, more than alcohol or something like that. Okay. I think this episode today will be shorter, one of shorter ones, because I kind of look 1 hour 28. I don't know, we will see. Maybe even we go to full 2 hours. Sorry. But I have to figure out how much time do we need for, you see, how dry the throat becomes when you talk for 2 hours. I need to drink a little bit more water, so bear with me. Yep. Better. And we don't have a solid rear drive axle. And I got 3, you remember, if I need 1 and I have already 1 on the other side, so I need only 1, I'm getting 3, so we have 2 in reserve. and we did spend quite a few drums and shoes, so that's also good. This is the last big wheel, and we have again here a few things that we are maybe missing or not. Let us check. We are missing something. Small rubber bushing. Where the F is the small rubber bushing that we are missing? Ah, you see, somehow we simply skipped it. So that should conclude work on this. Let's push the car down. And now what we want to check. So 100%. This should be okay. We should have everything, you see. Now, let me do something we don't have hood. Okay, I want to see what we have, okay? We do not have most of the things. Okay, front end. Well, you know, now I was sure that we have so many things. Why we don't? We have nothing actually. Wow. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose parts based on my own feeling, okay? So which back window, 4 or 3? Let's go with, I think 3, maybe we have it or don't, doesn't really matter. Door window left, back window 2, I think we are going to this, you know, tinted front bumper. Front end 2 and front bumper 2. Let's go with the front. I don't know, do we have doors or no? I have no idea. I actually don't care. I will take these if they can fit. I need to check this. We will see, you know, just be patient, whatever. Headlight 2. Always we are going with 2. Here we are going with 4. This. If we miss something, we are going to buy it. So, my dear friends, bear with me. First and foremost, we are putting these little bit modern looking lights in. The front end too, which actually makes sense. Okay, then let's see which hood. Is this the hood that fits? That's the most important question now. Oh yes. Oh yes, it does. Perfect. It is fitting. Nice. Front left door. So this came with original. I think there is only one door. And what I wanted to do actually is to put a rear window with roll bar. Okay. These are the tinted windows, and I think everything is also tinted. This one is tinted. Trunk, we are putting this version, more sporty. Also the taillights, look at this, they look really nice. Rear bumper 4, of course, and we are putting, no, that's not the proper, I have to sell these. I will assemble mode, thank you. I was clicking too fast. I have to sell whatever I have here that I don't need. Rear bumper. Okay, just bear with me. I'm checking. Okay. No, we have to actually go with this. There is no doubt about that car. I just wanted to see how it will look. But it doesn't look good without the proper bumper back. Okay, so here I want to check, can I use these? Oh yes, I can, of course. Why I wouldn't be able to do that? Front window. So we are using the number 2, which is tinted. And I want to check 95% seat avalanche front bumper. Okay, so we are missing front bumper here, which is bumper 2. Okay, seat avalanche and steering wheel number 3. Seat avalanche and steering wheel number 3. This is the one. Okay, I don't mind actually at all. So there is one seat, super sporty seat, and a steering wheel. That's that. But this car has to go to paint shop, okay? Not sure, do we have some liveries? We will see. Let's just... It doesn't look like that. This was the factory color. Do we like it? We don't like it actually at all. But maybe if we make it... I'm looking, maybe if we make it super green, full saturation, brightness like this, and this can work. I don't mind this at all. It's not important anyway. Well, then, let's do it. Let's do a little bit of a green monster car. There is no livery, unfortunately. It would be interesting to have a little bit of livery, but I don't mind. The car looks good as it is. I will put it maybe on the lifter 2 for now. Look at this. This is the AMC Javelin AMX, but the drag version, okay? And this is the normal road version, which you can see, obviously there is a big difference between cars, and they look very, very nice, both of them. So we're sitting at 135 at the moment. We have more than enough time. Let's do the last car that I'm planning for session, this stint in this episode, and that one is somewhere hidden. See how not many cars, we don't have many cars. That's also the issue. We will have really to step up and start maybe installing more mods. I have to think about that. At the moment it is how it is. This is the actual SLS, which is in the version from the developer, you know, vanilla version of the game. It came like that, so we will, regardless of the fact that we did already one, I think that is from the DLC, we will also do this one because, you know, it is a game car and it should be done regardless. I'm looking, we forgot something. Fender is here. This body is one part, okay. So what I want to do, as always, you know, remove all these things from the engine bay. And actually, I'm recording this before lunch, and I'm now really hungry. And I'm thinking about food. I cannot wait to eat. So yeah, it's strange. But I didn't eat much for the breakfast, so yeah, lunch is very welcome. Good, this is it. Do we have some other part here? I don't think so. This is V8, which is going to be, I'm talking about starter, we have to remove it from the bottom of the car. So for us at the moment there is nothing else except start disassembly. As you can see, car is auction car, of course, in pretty good shape, but still it is not in great condition. We have to restore all of it. I prepared a new engine for it and wheels and everything, so we just need to step on it. We are very, very nicely in our time frame fitting this, well, that was the wrong sentence. This is very nicely fitting in our time frame in a way that at the moment we are at 1 hour 40 almost, and we are doing this third car, and I think everything will be as it should, you know, 3 cars, and that's about that. So bushings out, and let's see and do the other side here. So we have few cars that are vanilla cars that are left, but most of these are the same version of the car with different engine, for example, or stuff like that. And I explained that multiple times, but I'm just repeating it for everyone who didn't, watch all my episodes or catch that moment. I'm still unsure what to do with that. Do I go and do all of these, regardless that they are actually the same car but with different engines, or not? This is something that will be decided when probably time is right, in a way that we don't have anything else to do, and maybe missing cars, not have enough things. Then we might, decide to do even these. But for now, let's see how it will go, and can we get 2000 cars with different mods and all vanillas and DLCs that make sense in a way, that we are not repeating ourselves. Because I think with different engines we will just repeat ourselves, but still it might make sense, I don't know. And this is the suspension I don't like, so we can be sure that this will take more than enough time, and we will not be able to do much more than this car today. As you can see, this is the suspension that has so many parts. I don't think that suspension actually exists like this. Actually, I honestly don't believe that. I think you wouldn't have, I will show you, just give me a second. You wouldn't have this absorber, then this suspension arm, but this suspension arm, and then why would you have a spring cap and this suspension parts here? Then you have another arm here. We have, okay, link is link, and like there is no, and another arm here. Yeah, I honestly believe there are some complex suspension, but these, I'm not sure this is really based on real life, like from some example. I think maybe it's just done by developers because they could do it. Again, if I'm wrong, just feel free to comment and say, oh no, that actually exists, that is the, I don't know, suspension that car. And I could accept also, I can accept that if that is suspension from some specific car, or 10 cars use it, but in this game every single freaking DLC and vanilla cars are using, almost every single car using the same suspension, this one. Which of course doesn't make sense. I used this suspension on the all-terrain vehicle, which we did in previous episode, and we are using the same suspension on the super sport car. What the F, like, doesn't make any sense. Even if it is real and it exists, it wouldn't be installed on the two completely and utterly different cars, which has different, ways of handling drive and everything. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and that is what annoys me. But, as I always say, we have to adapt, we have to do it regardless of what we like or we don't like. And I'm, playing this because I really like the game. I have so many things that I don't like about it, but I like the game as such. I like the feeling, I like the relaxation I feel when I'm doing this, and things like that. Okay, so that was the wrong button, of course. We lost focus a little bit. Let me just go back. Okay, I will take battery from the charger immediately. Push this down, and let's do our interior. This car is in very good shape, but still needs all of that work done, as you can imagine. And I'm looking, okay, did we remove everything? You can see, when I go around, did you remove every body part? If something is rusted, that means it's not removed, but it's not. We should have, what? Ooh. Let me see what I forgot. Just give me a moment to see why it would ask me. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let us check again. Okay. So when I want to remove it, I clicked on add the engine and I didn't realize. Okay, it was my bad, it doesn't really matter. We have a new engine ready and that's it. I really didn't pay attention, so yeah, sue me, what can I do? Okay, this time I remembered, go and repair stuff. So we are going to repair it, and we, I think, might be able to assemble this car fully even, and maybe it will be a little bit of work left, but I'm not 100% sure. As you can see, a lot of parts are repairable, so this car should be fairly easy to do. There is a lot of exterior parts, body parts. Also, we will need to buy, as you can imagine, windows, and I think all the lights. As I said, I believe lights are not repairable in the cars that are vanilla or DLCs. I sold the parts we don't need. I'm selling the engine. Also, these are these things, 255s, 30, all of that is the same, so I will just leave one so I can remember. Also, we have, yeah, these are from the previous car, perfect. So that's it. Let's drop in the things like radiator and housing with fan and our battery. And as you can see, I have quite a lot of batteries, and these are leftovers from the cars I got from the junkyard, and then I didn't do them, I just sold them, and I kept the batteries and a few other bits and pieces. This is why I have them in stock, so many, but you don't actually need them, you need one or two. I think that is more than enough to have, you know, like spare. Two is probably enough. ABS module, you will never get it on junkyard cars, so you will have to buy it most of the time when you are doing junkyard cars. That's it. These are the parts that are coming from the engine bay, and let's kinda, you know, move and do our suspension and things that are going down below the body of the car and everything. As you can see, everything we have, as I said, now we will need to buy, I will show you, hub bearings we have. Okay, we have two, but we don't have wheel hub caps. Let's go, and in all honesty, I will buy, regardless of the fact that we have them, I will buy them. I know that we have two only and we will use them on this car, so it is as we don't have it at all. I'm not sure how do we do with calipers. Okay, we will have enough for this car. These are repairable, and in most of the cases you will repair all of them, so you will never almost have to buy them. If I remember back, you know, we really didn't have to buy many of these in our restoration, so yeah. Okay, let's see, do we have, we don't have, this is normal front sway bar, which is, I think, this one, and as always, three pieces, always we have three in stock, non-repairable, of course, and link B, you remember that we used all of them in the previous episode, so, not episode, previous restoration, on the previous car, on the AMC. Steering rack. Without steering rack, of course, you cannot put inner and outer rods, which we don't have, so we have to buy them, and also we have to buy bushings. So let's buy 20. I will buy 20 for now, because usually I buy 40, but we don't need them at the moment. We will buy them in the next episode, because I don't want to fill up the stock now and the inventory. So rods. When we put rod, we are going to be able to put wheel, and these are the modern 6 let me see, is that the one? I think it is 255s. Yes, these are the ones for this car. With that out of the way, let's come to other side. Let's go first with the bushings. And then we can even put this inner tie rod, doesn't really matter. And then we need to go from knuckle and build the brake system and everything on this wheel. Okay, so I'm looking at the time, 1:50. We will probably not finish car fully. I don't want to rush like crazy, there is no need. That means that we actually kept it on the pace. As you know, I said I like to have 3 cars ready or almost ready, you know, 2 ready and 3rd almost prepared when we start a new episode, and this is exactly what we are going to have it, and I think that is perfectly fine. Let me see. Okay, and here we are missing, as you can see, this small outer rod, so we can put wheels in. I prepared the wheels. As you can see, we have quite a few of them. Perfect. Now, do we have gearbox? We should. This was the auction car, if I'm not mistaken. No, this was... No, this was auction car, yeah. This is the Merc, so yeah. For some reason, I have even these exhaust pipes, so I'm quite happy about that. Converters, mid mufflers, always, as you can see. And then exhaust pipes, even that we have, and I do hope that we have rear mufflers. Well, I don't need to hope really, that no need for that, but yeah, it's easier when you have them, so you can faster finish the assembly. Okay, so this is it, and now let's start with this obnoxious, horrible suspension. Maybe what we are going to do now, usually I don't do that, but I will do it now. I will put all 4 bushings in. Okay. Yeah, that would be good. Do we have bar? We don't. This is rear sway bar B. Again, 3 pieces, and they will sit in stock, not a big deal. Now we need to start and build the side of this side of suspension slowly. Oh my goodness, so many parts. Let me see, absorber, and then no, I want the link. We don't have even this. Okay. I never buy too many of these. You need them, but very often they are repairable, and you will not have needs for many of them. But yeah, like 8 keep in stock, and this will last for a long time together with repaired ones. See, what is the point of all these parts? This beyond me. Hub bearing. These are of course discs front and back, modern sport car, nothing else is expected from it. For example, you know, it will be great if the game would have, I don't know, carbon discs or ceramic discs or things like that, so you can, you know, there is a difference. If you could paint calipers, I don't think, can you paint calipers? I think you cannot. I didn't try actually, but I know it couldn't be done before. Probably it cannot be done now. Engines also, it would be great if you could paint the engine. Some parts of the engine, you know, to make it a little bit more custom. Also, if you could be able to apply the texture. Also, if you could be able to get the proper color wheel, not the crappy system which is in the game now. And also so many things that I could talk about that for hours, what is missing. And these are not, you know, things that are very actually hard to implement, nothing that would change the game drastically or anything, just tools that would help. Okay, I don't know how they programmed, of course, the painting and stuff, so probably it is hard to do it because they didn't think about that in advance. And if you don't do that, if you develop something without proper planning, you know, and you don't take everything in account, later you simply are not able to do proper kind of development, you know, and introduce new features and options. And I can tell you the proper planning is very, very important, as everything in life, but with programming it's especially important to have everything laid you know, out in advance, and to know what you can accomplish or what you can not, and things like that. So yeah, I'm thinking to check here and let's see what we are missing. 100%, we are not missing anything. 154, okay. What we can do, and I think we have, you see, with, as I said, we don't have lights, but what we have, I do believe this is one of the cases I explained already. You will have all the body parts, 100%, okay? Restored, everything. What you will not have are the windows, basically the glass parts, and the lights. So that is one of the cases when you have to buy some stuff, and we are going to do that. This is, we need shop. Where is the shop? Is shop here? Yes, it is. Body sport shop. This is called, oh my goodness, how this is called, Royale. I think it is like this. No, I don't want that. GTR. I think that's it, yeah? So we need, you see, these things, okay? I do believe everything else we have. As always, we are going to close the hood, and let's see. Yeah, this should be it, shouldn't be a big deal. I want also to, there is no front plate, probably not. Mirrors we have. Okay, and windows I got, so shouldn't be an issue. Done and done. 100%. Seat 2 leather D and steering wheel. I am not sure. Do we have it? Seat 2 leather D and steering wheel. Which one? Leather D and 12. Okay. 2 leather D and 12 leather D, and the steering wheel is 12. Okay, this is how they envision it and how they did it, so we will just, you know, do it how it was done in original. Okay, well, 100% all the way, everything is done. So we managed actually to finish the Mercedes. I didn't expect to do it, but it's perfectly fine and nice. We have 2 more minutes until the end of the episode, so let's repeat what we have done today. AMC Javelin AMX, normal road version with the V8 1-carb engine. The same car in drag version, you see, much more powerful, strong and things like that, with a huge V8 supercharged. And the third car is this Royale GTR or a Mercedes SLS, which, yeah, looks okay. That's it for today. We're going to, you know, finish this stint in next episode and then continue our work. So my dear friends, I just want to remind you, like, subscribe, comment, which means if you like, what I'm doing, press the like button. If you like the content on the channel and things, subscribe and comment, whatever you feel about the game, about the videos, and, stuff related to cars, etc. If you have questions, ask. I will answer if I can. So let's close the hood, make the car look sleek and nice. That's about that. Have a great day, stay safe, take care about your family, do something you love, and always at the end I say enjoy life. That is the most important. You have been in Quarter Ninja's lair. With Quarter Ninja we played Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, and we will see each other very soon in the next episode. Until then, bye bye and have a great day.
Please subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Thank you.